Hey, this is Sleegmar from Welcome to Podcast. We're out here fighting zombies and eating cannibals so you don't have to. And all we ask for in exchange is for you to subscribe, like, follow, do all that stuff, comment, call us cringe down below.
Holy goodness. We finally made it live. Take it away, Guy.
Do I have to? I know this is going to be an absolute train wreck, but I suppose I'll
No
have to do this thing.
shit.
What?
No shit.
Well, I can. I really should.
Welcome to Twitch, by the way. Welcome to Twitch, by the way.
Ooh, we're on Twitch now, too. If that's the case, I really need to get a battle helmet for when this thing collapses in around us.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was ready to fight Nazis. They apparently were not fighting Nazis, so. I'm all armored up for no reason. As a matter of fact, if we're not fighting Nazis, might as well. There we go. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yay! I hope you got your membership cards ready, because that's going to be a topic this week.
Move!
The wonderful. I believe they're a fickle.
What are you saying right now, Mutt?
You'll see when we get to it.
Okay.
First of all, let's go ahead.
What did you do?
Damn it.
Animal.
I clicked the wrong button slightly.
Talk about technical proficiency.
I agree.
Cheese and rice almighty. Oh my God in heaven.
Starting off with a little dabble of news. COVID-19 vaccine required for all New Orleans police constables ahead of heavy eviction workload. You don't say.
Talk about, why isn't this in fucking dystopian news?
I agree. I just looked at this and I'm like, wow, this may be much better for dystopia.
No kidding. Well, I hate to tell you.
Here, so congratulations.
All right. Well, so you're saying all news is dystopian this week?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Well, it's bad enough. Fucking, we got this virus raging on. People pretending it's over, whether they're vaccinated, pretending it's over, or they're not vaccinated, pretending it never existed. But the fact that they gotta force people to get they gotta. Well, yeah, I'm waiting for the fucking lottery to hit. And I have to tell you, when your 90-day fucking effectiveness runs out before the hundreds of thousands of people die again this winter, I'm going to be freshly vaccinated. So my immunity is going to be strong. But moral of the story...
And you'll have that $50 scratcher, no problem.
Damn right. But moral of the fucking story, we're in the middle of a goddamn 100-year plague. And you know what? It's called a 100-year plague because they happen once 100 years. I guarantee there's another one before 100 year comes around with the climate changing like it is. But furthermore, these monsters... They had like 2 days between the rent moratorium expiring and them passing a new one. And these monsters are ready to kick everyone out of their fucking house. Like, they're already... These people complain about homeless people as it is. And they were just ready to make millions of more in their hometowns. And if nobody's working... Go ahead. I said oh my God in heaven.
Of disease and squalor, just...
Homelessness.
Thousands upon thousands of people into the streets.
No shit. Well, exactly. They're ready to fucking take. Nobody's working. And if whoever is working is getting paid slave wages, so all these landlords are gonna kick out their freaking tenants, and who's gonna move in? If millions of people are getting kicked out at the same time.
Communist.
Oh yeah, communist lizardmen, obviously from the planet Moon. The sex diddlers from the planet Moon.
They will be the new tenants, and they will be the greatest thing for the real estate market. We'll have a resurgence. Your house will double in value once again.
Wow, I can't wait. It'll be great. America is being made great again. Don't worry about the fucking cannibals wandering the streets and the friggin' roaming hordes of zombies. Don't worry about that shit. Let's kick people out of their fucking houses. Oh my fucking god.
So, now let's get to the series proper. Welcome to the dystopian present.
Yeah, there was no difference between news and dystopia.
Yep.
Not that there usually is. Alright. Guillotine. Let me time out on the field. I know you're new to organizing these things. What's the first 2 words of the story?
West Virginia.
What section does this belong in?
Yeah, I suppose this would have belonged in the
anal polyp section.
Announced anal polyp section.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll just skip this one for
now.
This one's dystopian for me because I don't want to live in a future like this. Too hot to play video games. Have you seen the wall behind me?
Yeah, well, you know, they had 2 weeks ago shellfish getting cooked alive in the friggin' beaches in Canada. So, yeah, I can't wait till the friggin'...
You can make that better by adding pasta.
Yeah, you just throw linguine in the sand and let it boil? Yeah, great. That would be great. Well, now you can put your Xbox in the friggin' sand, too. And have linguine and Xbox pasta. With raw fish smell. It'll be great.
Alright, so this summer has seen record temperatures across the United States, even in places that have historically avoided such outrageous heat. And these heat waves continue to hammer millions of folks. To put it another way, shit is bad. The premiere reporting of Kotaku.
Now,
let's see.
Now, are they saying that, like, hard drives are melting? Or is he just saying that he's too sweaty to play video games? Because those are 2 very different things.
Well, let's see. It's not just that VR feels uncomfortable to play during these abnormally blistering times. More graphically impressive games on PC cause extra heat to build up in my tiny home office. Consoles are counteracting your air conditioning.
Wow.
Truly the end times.
Sounds that way.
Alright, so...
So consoles are taxing your air conditioning. That's the dystopia we're living in?
Yep, we just pay 3 times more electricity now.
Well, yeah, fair.
Mine's locked in.
I'm glad my air conditioning broke.
I'm sorry.
It just started, like, shooting icicles out. Like, 10 minutes before we started this shit. I think I've got an extra one.
That just means I think that means you just need to get a dehumidifier. So,
it's like a 10-year-old air conditioner, so I think it's toast. Personally.
Also fair. All right, so video games are bad with global warming. Next, theory that COVID came from a Chinese lab takes on new life in the wake of a World Health Organization report. All right, so I'm still vaguely familiar, and I know this is a popular thing that various individuals like to purport, is that the Chinese government created COVID-19 in a lab and was going to use it as a bioweapon and all that fun stuff.
And then they let it out on their own people. Well, now here's the thing. Now they did not use it as a bioweapon that they first launched on their own people. I guarantee that. Were they doing some kind of experiments? Trying to fight off coronavirus, because coronavirus is not new.
Here's a good question: who ain't doing unethical experiments?
It's not even unethical to test viruses in order to make new medicines to combat them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's possible that this accidentally leaked out of an honest-to-goodness science experiment, but nobody knows for certain. So these mutts going around acting like China did it on purpose, and they're trying to take over the world by killing everyone. I mean, you have to use reason and logic to come to your conclusions, which these people do not.
Yeah, and unfortunately, China is not really helping matters by saying no investigation. No, we won't let it happen here, because the Chinese government is super open to criticism and Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, well, when you're an authoritarian government, you don't let state secrets out. And, honestly, if they were doing legitimate science and it accidentally sneaked out, the friggin' world, like if it didn't result in bombings, it would result in like fines and people would do sanctions and it wouldn't be good for China. So it's in their best interest to lie about it. So, frankly.
Okay, so let's just go to the highlight here. I've been skimming this article. So on Tuesday, the World Health Organization, a conglomerate of scientists, analysts, and all sorts of things, released a joint report with Beijing on the origins of the pandemic following a 4-week investigation. It concluded, among other things, the lab leak hypothesis was extremely unlikely. So,
well, there you go.
The team has concluded that a laboratory leak is the least likely hypothesis. This requires further investigation, potentially with additional missions involving specialists, experts, which I am ready to deploy.
Well, I mean, it would be incredibly difficult to prove that this isn't just a natural freak occurrence. So. Oh, did we do a die? Yep. Fun me. Don't mind that. Oh, new feature updated. Thank goodness.
You see heaven for a minute there? You were dead for a little bit longer than usual.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw the end of the love canal. It was great. It reminded me of being birthed. Right. So, yeah, China gave everyone the sniffles, and I guess World War III's in order. What else can we do? What else can we do, frankly?
Yeah. Well, we can divert from that with our favorite New York leader.
Wow.
Because, for those that don't know, me and Sleekmar here, we're in New York. We're genuine New Yorkers.
Bada bing.
And
more.
We hate this guy this week because he's sexually harassed people. There has been independent investigations that have,
I mean,
gone so
he's been shitty for a while, frankly. Let's not mince words here.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, like, here's the thing. We had the rapist in chief, Trump, who did multiple rapes. We have Joe Biden, who, like, finger banged the secretary in office, which is really friggin' creepy and not good. This guy was, like, hitting on a nurse while she's got a cotton swab down his throat. So, I mean, of those three, and I'm sure Bill Cosby walks the streets as a free man now. So, of all those people, Cuomo's sex crimes are the least sex crimey. I mean, his other crimes, his corruption, those are no good, but...
I will give him credit on one thing. Other than the whole, nursing home bout, for the most part, he did an okay job with the COVID lockdown.
And I've said this before, I'll say it again. With his nursing home thing, when this thing first came to New York, thousands of fucking people were dying. It was only here. It was spreading like wildfire. Central Park, they were digging trenches in New York City parks to bury the bodies because they didn't have fucking room in the morgue. What was he supposed to do with sick people? Let them fucking die in the streets? I mean, he was kind of between a rock and a hard place, and all the while he was sexually harassing people. So, what are you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do, brother? When Cuomo Mania hits on you? Go ahead.
Gotta be honest. Oh, what the hell?
What are you doing, Ma?
A bit of a weirder kink there, I gotta be honest.
Well, again... Well, there's other places you can stick a 6-inch long friggin' Q-tip that, at least we're not doing that. Maybe that's a good way to get tested. I don't know. You know what? If somebody's doing that to my pee hole, I'd probably hit on them too. So I can't really blame Cuomo. Sorry.
All right, can we get some time to send this?
Yeah. 100% accurate. Guaranteed. I am not a medical doctor. Don't take advice from me. Don't stick stuff up your pee hole.
Alright. So
we already lost Stu to friggin' sounding, so we don't need to lose anybody else. May he rest in peace. As a matter of fact, let me do a quick tribute to this poor Stu. Died of sound. Lost but not forgotten. Okay. Are we in the anal polyps? Oh. Beautiful. That was beautiful. If only Stu didn't puncture his urethra to death, he would have been here to enjoy it with us.
Ah, that just seems unpleasant.
What news from the land of Dixie?
All right, so West Virginia governor wanted to pee and throw up after getting briefing on Delta. Okay.
You know what we need to do? First, we need to get him and Andrew Cuomo together. This would be a beautiful governor match, if you ask me. But go on. the sick videos that would come out behind the scenes. Scandal! Pee and puke everywhere! Andrew Cuomo still hitting on him.
Look, 2 girls, 1 cup already exists, thank you.
Yeah, but is there 2 governors, 1 cup? I don't think so.
Okay, here's another question. I'm still stuck on the headline. I get wanting to throw up if you get nervous or traumatized by something, but wanting to pee.
No. Throw up is when you get nervous, obviously. Wait. I don't. When you get scared, your little piddle comes out. He was so scared, piddle came out. That's what happened.
Okay,
that's my thought.
Terror. Okay.
Yeah,
I can sort
terror and then anxiety.
All right. So.
And maybe a little poop particle too. Maybe 1 or 2.
Jim Justice felt
Jim Justice? Holy shit, what a name! No wonder he won! This guy's probably a fucking cardboard cutout!
He made the remark during a COVID briefing.
No way he's real.
In which he has up to 3 per week as the virus spikes once again. Shocker.
No shit.
I think I can see the enemy coming, and I'm really hesitant to shoot or not. Shoot! Get the shot
West Virginia last year, like, it was a miracle. The whole rest of the country was getting ravished, and they had 0 cases. It was almost like they were fucking lying about it. Well, you know what? I don't know if this guy's new or not, but they went from completely lying to being very bluntly honest about what's coming out of every orifice, and it's fucking disgusting, frankly. Let's go back to a little bit of lying. Can we find the middle ground?
Are you expressing doubt in Jim Justice?
This imaginary man, I assume by night he's like Supergirl or some shit. I don't know. Batwoman, that's who he is. He's Halle Berry. Halle Berry's Catwoman. Which makes him a superhero. Do you get it?
The state's COVID-19 coordinator and James Hoyer, the head of the government's response team, Justice said that when the 2 brief him on the risk of the virus, it leaves him with 1 feeling. I said, y'all gonna excuse me for just a second. I have to go pee and then throw up because the information is not pleasing. That's coming to you. It's tough stuff.
You know why he's peeing and throwing up? Because he got vaccinated and he's dying. No, he's not. That doesn't happen. No pee comes out when you get vaccinated. Does it?
Let's ask this guy.
Let's laugh at his death. What's wrong with you? Oh yeah, a little bit of pee came out. Okay, fair. Problem solved.
As vaccine skeptic says he's over the stupid conspiracies, begs people to have shots. I see this story
For a year, at least once a week, the same exact story. And I bet, without reading this shit, he's got some goofy shit on Facebook about how lizard people put a 5G tower in his butthole, he turned gay, there's no diseases, no one ever sneezed, and Donald Trump is Jesus.
Who thought he was invincible, is begging Americans to get their COVID-19 shots after he was hospitalized with the virus. Was admitted to a hospital over a week ago and has been posting videos from his ICU bed.
No, I see him. Not ICU.
Now, he's not doing well, but let's just point to, this was a few weeks ago, but there's one guy that I've been following on news media who had to get a double lung transplant because his original were so jacked up.
Steven Crowder? There's another far-right guy we'll have to cover one of these days. I don't think he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have the ravenous fan base of Nick Fuentes, but he did have like a lung collapse or something. Right? Yeah. Debate Sam Cedar.
So let's see. This one's not nice. This is a Reddit thread.
No. It's a Reddit thread, and here's why I showed you the Reddit thread and not the actual article. Which you can once we're done talking about this, you click on the actual article up on the top of that thread. Okay. The Reddit thread says lower cognitive ability linked to non-compliance with social distancing guidelines, which was the original title of the article. Click on the article now. Lower working memory capacity. They had to change it because too many Republican snowflakes got triggered because they were pointing out the fact that only idiots don't fucking social distance during a fucking plague.
What?
Yeah, imagine conservatives friggin' censoring people. Imagine the shock, horror. Oh! I'm like that Pizzagate victim from Home Alone.
This new research provides preliminary evidence that a working memory is associated with engaging in social distancing in early stages of the pandemic. You know, now that we're thoroughly into, I'd say this is the third phase. Would it be fair to say that?
This is at least the fourth. Because we had the initial phase. We had last summer, there was a spike. And we had last fall. Yeah, so I think this would be the fourth. We had like a minor one in the spring. This is fourth or fifth, at least.
So for
now, might I just add? Friggin' last fall, before thousands of people died every single day for a whole fucking season. Okay, Dr. Fauci got on the news and said he didn't want to panic people, but he foresaw 100,000 people getting infected per day. That was in like early September, and it took 2 days for that to come true. Guess what the 7-day average right now of new cases is? Over 100,000. And people are acting like this shit's over. It ain't over, brothers. Governor.
Jim Justice.
Where's Jim Justice, the fake cardboard man who pees a lot? What do we need him? True American hero. We gotta sync this shit up. It just doesn't work. We just look like fucking lunatics.
Alright. Okay, the thing I was going off, like, if everyone had actually had functioning brain stems, and everyone actually locked down, and everyone got their shots, we'd be done.
Well, honestly, if we could lock down for like a month and people actually stay put and nobody sneezes on each other, nobody licks doorknobs, nobody does open mouth kisses with strangers, like literally, this shit would be much more contained at the very least. There are countries, civilized, modern, first world countries who locked down for realsies and suffered very few deaths. Japan, New Zealand, South Korea. Like, it's still a hit.
I don't have, like, 5 cases.
I mean, I said first world countries, homeboy. but still, you know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It doesn't take much. And you know what? 100%. There's this great meme going around where it shows all of our American troops still out there killing people during the middle of a fucking plague. And this is what we send. And then there's a picture from fucking Cuba sending their doctors to places because Cuba had this shit under control and we couldn't.
Speaking of
I guess communism is the way to go. Whoa, there's another. Is this guy gonna join in the sick old man orgy with Cuomo and Jim Justice? Tell me yes. What does he say?
Sounding Q-tips, yes.
Oh God. Oh, you know, as soon as this is over, Guy's gonna go look at those Q-tips in the bathroom. I wonder.
No, my
too much earwax in there.
My pee hole is sacred.
I don't even pee out of that hole.
I'm like Kim Jong-un.
Wow.
He wishes he hadn't signed ban on mask mandates and infuriate.
Oh, there's a video. Oh, I didn't see the video. I need to see this. But yeah, how many fucking people? Well, you know who does the same shit? The guy from Florida, and he's unapologetically stupid about it to this day. Like I think there was 4 school districts in Florida that said they were going to require their students to wear masks this upcoming year, and he banned it. Yeah, it's you got to be out of your fucking mind. How many? Like, I'm sorry, I think by the end of next winter we're going to be at 1 million deaths in America. Quote me now, hear me now, and listen later. That's a sleek bar guarantee. It's a good gold. 1 million deaths by the end of winter 2022.
1 million. Put a graphic up here in post.
Woohoo! Woohoo! We win! Confetti.
All right, let's put on this video. What's this thing saying?
I don't know.
I signed it for those reasons, that our cases are at a low point. Everything has changed now. And yes, in hindsight, I wish that had not become law. But it is.
Cases were now. Can we pause this shit for a sec?
Either to amend it or.
Yep.
Cases were at a low point. Not that it had gone away. It's almost like the fucking masks were making it low, and it's almost like as soon as he banned masks, they shot through the fucking roof. Hell, are me fucking surprised. And you know what? When the CDC said if you were vaccinated, masks were optional, but if you're unvaccinated, masks are still required. I didn't see a single fucking mask around here. And I know not all these people got the vaccine. Especially in this quiet little mountain town.
The honor system is you need to have some honor.
Yeah, you know what? And some cognitive ability, which we already know. Not there.
Fair. All right.
The fucking Southern Paladin agrees.
All right, so I think this is pretty much everything as far as the COVID anal polyp stuff is related. So let's move on to getting our membership cards, shall we?
Wow, I would love to match my fucking Make America Great Again hat.
So Trump's PAC just unveiled their brand new Trump cards for top supporters, and yeah, the Nazi vibes are real. Just let's disregard the Nazi thing for a second. I like the fact that they spent all this money making these cards, and they misspell it.
Wow, you gotta be shitting me. I didn't even see that. Well, you know what? It doesn't surprise me.
No, like absolutely, completely to be expected. But this is why I was saying we need our official Trump cards.
You know what? I had no idea what the hell you were saying, but I'm glad you cleared that up. Anyways, moral of the story: this goddamn thing. Now, every time we do one of these, I mention Godwin's law. The minute you start mentioning Nazis as your opponents, you've automatically lost the argument. When you start comparing your opponents to Nazis, you've lost the argument. When they keep doing Nazi shit, I mean, do they show you the side-by-side Nazi emblem and Trump emblem, and how they're the same fucking emblem? No, that's all Trump. Yeah, there it is, right there. Bada bing, bada boom.
That's almost like it's Nazis.
Yeah, because there's the American eagle, very much different.
Yep.
I mean,
it's not aided by the fact that Trump always seems to love this gold and red color scheme.
Well, all right, you know what? Because before he was a pretend politician who just said things to get himself into power, he was all about gold. He had a gold toilet, gold everything, gold hair, gold friggin' skin. Like it was odd. It was tacky. Frankly, it was tacky. Like he is a poor person acting like what he thinks a rich person would do. All right.
What was that Goldeneye movie with the lady that put on the gold paint and died?
Oh, Goldfinger.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking like if he
Do you
mail order bride's Goldfinger.
Do you know why that woman in Goldfinger died?
Because the oxygen got cut off.
You know how many prostitutes there are in Trump Tower who are covered in gold paint that he accidentally killed? I'm willing to bet like the floor is friggin' paved with them. You got a little epoxy over that, got the wood spinner going, just chiseled a nice vase out of gold prostitutes. You all right there?
I think I just figured out where Trump steaks came from.
Wow! No wonder they were so good. Allegedly. I mean, you get the gold teeth out of your mouth. They were pretty good after you did that.
All right, so.
Now, here's the thing. We know that Trump liked to get peed on by prostitutes. Do you think when the golden prostitutes were... Wow! It's all coming full circle! God bless America! Greatest president ever! Wait, no. I'm going to leave it up to you. Guillotine and Southern Paladin, you both get a vote. You're mute, deaf, blind, and special. So it's up to you, Gee. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying.
I'm confused.
Oh, yeah, Trump. Good. Oh, no. Okay, now it's all coming back to me now. Trump, great president or greatest president?
Those two words don't even apply.
Wow, there are no words. They should have sent a poet. Next. Oh, okay, so moral of the story, Trump's a secret Nazi. Gotcha.
All right.
No, let me just say, Trump's not a secret Nazi. Trump doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't have any political ideology. His political ideology is, how can I screw stiffs out of their money? How can I con people? What the moral of that story actually is he likes to appeal to his Nazi fans very openly. Okay.
I seem to be winning in the Nazi demographic.
Let's lean into that one. That couldn't possibly go wrong. There won't be any 40-year-old friggin' out of shape honkies invading the Capitol building anytime soon in the name of fucking liberty and taxes, low tax rates.
From Salon, conservative porn star derails Turning Point USA's right-wing youth gathering.
Guillotine, do you know who that man on the left is? Go back up.
Who's that?
That's Charlie Kirk. Do you see right now how his face is too small for his head?
Okay, is there like some cabal where they like grow these people like Mel Gibson, this guy?
Oh my god! I should have saved the. What's that kid show? You know what? You do the reading. I'll find the memeing.
Okay, so Turning Point USA, the right-wing youth student organization led by Charlie Kirk, found itself in an unusual controversy Saturday night after conservative porn star Brandy Love was allowed into a Florida conference and welcomed as an adult VIP, sparking backlash. Because there's nothing more oriented towards the youth than porn stars.
Now, here's the thing. Fair. Honestly, if it's a youth thing, like how many porn stars are supposed to show up? But the fact, I mean, she wasn't out there like sucking and fucking. She was out there like spreading conservative ideology. Like she was there listening to speakers. Like she was wearing clothes. So there's no reason why they kicked her out other than to censor her. These free speech warriors censored her because of what she did for a living and kicked her the fuck out because.
See, she not only is she like that, she might align with the conservative part, but because of her lifestyle choices and her career, she's not conservative Christian. So
damn right. Well, that's the thing. They keep trying to like make their group of voters smaller, which is an awfully odd way to win fucking elections, if you ask me. But like, the more you alienate people.
At the same time, it also does a good job of reinforcing the them versus us mentality that they seem to relish so much.
True. But why would you not want as many us's and less thems when you got... Well, and then that's why they want all these voter restriction laws. Because they want the thems to not be able to vote, frankly.
we need less thems so that we can stay. We don't have to change our method of thinking.
Hey, you know what? You talk to one of these far right-wing nationalist, white supremacist types, all they talk about is breeding. So they want to keep the numbers up. And they're very fucking weird about it. Who would have thunk? But why'd they kick her out? They need... The left hand needs to know what the right hand's doing.
Alright. Moving on.
Time on the field. One thing about... Do you know how she got kicked out?
No.
She was noticed by a groiper. You know what groipers are?
What's groiper?
Nick Fuentes fans. Nick Fuentes, who's been bitching about being censored off of every website there is, fucking found this person at a fucking conference and censored her ass right out the building.
Look, the problem is she's not a cat boy.
And you know what? I haven't looked through her porn library yet, but I doubt there's any videos of her picking her nose so hard that she gets a nosebleed. Not Nick Fuentes' type.
Well, that's a very niche fetish. I'm not sure how Fuentes is doing too well these days, then. All right, so, final one. Everyone knows how right-wing loves free speech, and the, Trump social media platform promotes free speech. Well, guess what? Now there's a jihadist flooding pro-Trump social network propaganda.
What, is this Gettr again? Wow! Because Gettr is the same one that had all that Sonic the Hedgehog foot porn going on last month.
You're just going to be able to find everything on there.
Yeah, every sick fucking thing in the world is on Donald Trump's website. Old man with no shirts on in their underpants. Jihad.
Like, this is just going to become the world's worst, media content casserole ever. You know, you got the Sonic the Hedgehog porn mingling with the beheading videos.
Now, I hate to tell you, this is where those Charlie Kirk Christian conservatives are friggin' wrong. When you see a jihadist, what do they want? They want friggin' theocracies, ethnic states. They want women not to have rights. They want to kill the gays and the transsexuals. I hate to tell you, that jihad people and conservatives should be buddies. They should be working together. They have the same goals. But you know what it is? They don't want to share the votes. They want to make the us versus them smaller. They're not thinking. They're on the same team. They don't even know it.
It's like, my God is slightly different from your God, so we must die to it.
I mean, isn't literally in their fucking holy books, it is the same God?
Yes.
It's just like the story branches off. It's a choose your own adventure book. After Abraham.
Let's go back to Goosebumps page 28.
Wow! Oh, I got the Muslim way. Let me go back. Don't open the door.
All right. So,
don't draw the Prophet Muhammad.
Let's see. The social network, started a month ago by members of former President Donald Trump's inner circle, features reams of jihadi-related material, including graphic videos of beheadings, viral memes that promote violence against the West, and even memes of a militant executing Trump in an orange jumpsuit, similar to those used in Guantanamo Bay. I got nothing.
Well, it's beautiful. No, it's like William said 100 times. Like, these people are made for each other, and I'm glad they found each other online. Like, a lot of relationships start online these days. Like, it's get used to it. I know these Christian conservatives are a little slow to the uptake, but hey, it's the 90s. Come on.
I mean, I gotta say, maybe we keep saying he's playing these like 5-level chess games, but we both know he's too stupid to actually be playing. He just set it up and the pieces keep falling, right? Because he keeps getting all this media attention about his social networking platform. Now,
here's the thing. When he was on Twitter and when he was running and getting billions of dollars worth of free advertising, you're absolutely correct. This Gettr shit, the only thing you ever hear about it is Sonic the Hedgehog foot porn, fucking jihadists.
Hedgehog.
Yeah, jihadist the hedgehog. Google that real quick. Image search. Deviant art might kill us. Let's see. I'm going to do jihad the Hedgehog.
I feel like I should be scared.
Oh shit, this hurts. This hurts to look at. Download? Sure, I'll name it download. Alright, I'm gonna try sending this to you. I just ruined the stream again. Alright. God damn it. Alright.
Everything is ruined.
Everything is ruined. Jihad the Hedgehog. Remember folks, we're looking for Jihad the Hedgehog. This 20-minute fucking joke I'm doing here. This is the first thing that comes up for Jihad the Hedgehog. Go ahead, show that shit.
Boy, what am I, I'm scared,
Anyway, we can zoom in on that shit.
See.
What in the hell?
I don't know.
Alright, well, you get the idea. Jihad the Hedgehog. There we go.
Okay, so let's get this off of here. Okay, Jihad the Hedgehog has ruined my stream. What's going on? Gotta help us all.
This is the rest of our stream from now on. Oh, I know.
Here we are. I think okay, yes, I unscrewed it up. So, let's see. All right, change windows. Moving on to the Met segment.
Wow. Alright, here comes a good intro that takes 2 hours. If that's not a beautiful piece of art, I don't know what is, frankly.
I should just point out, for all the quality and length of that introduction,
That's what she said.
Story.
Oh, this is.
So, Skywalker, SquarePants, Piazza score votes in Queen's Judge Race.
Queen's Judge Race. Well, we got another famous individual who got some votes. We got Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. Where is he? Keep reading. You'll see him. When you see him, you'll know him.
BOE released certified results of the preliminary elections in Queens this week, and in one race, the borough-wide civil court judge case, the agency included the names of candidates Queens voters decided to write in. Let's see. Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, neither of whom were spotted in the campaign trail once, both received a handful of votes from Queens residents. Minnie Mouse also...
Oh, there you go.
Jedi Mind Tricks didn't work, as Luke Skywalker only received 1 vote.
Sad. Low energy.
SpongeBob SquarePants also received 1 vote.
Let's go. Keep going.
Queens voter, who possibly went to the polls with the first place New York Mets on their mind, cast a vote for Mike
Wow.
Piazza.
Great American hero. Bourbon Supreme. That's the one. That's what we're looking for. He was almost a judge that he wasn't running for.
And campaigned on a platform of good dental hygiene and a promise to give every American a pony.
Now,
Vote in the borough.
good dental hygiene doesn't describe it. It's mandatory dental hygiene. He's the tyrant you can trust.
I mean, I mouthwash and brush every morning.
You think that's good enough for the guy with a blue on his head? I don't know.
It's a good question.
Alright. Next.
Let's see. Set up to the sexy nerd news.
Woo! Oh, it's not even on sale anymore. What the hell's the point?
Try for $0.
What? Sounds like a good deal. 0? That's not too many.
All right, starting off. Don't cross the Pokemon Go picket line. Oh, I still loosely play this for like 10 minutes each day, and I can say, like,
Did you?
They were like, okay, well.
I was gonna say, did you boycott?
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna get out of me because I don't buy anything from them anymore because I set up a.
It's a gesture, Gee. It's got to show solidarity to the working class, which you did not.
But they're not. They're literally getting nothing out of me.
You know what? These goddamn ghouls will survive off of this life energy that they get from knowing that you have clicked on their button. Okay?
Alright, so now before I even read this, I'm going to make a guess on what it is. And it's the fact that at the start of the lockdown, they modified the game so you could be farther away from stuff, so you could properly distance and still make it so that people could play and be able to function with the daily objectives and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was.
And now that they're rolling that back, and people are pissed off now because you take something nice away.
No,
they're gonna be upset.
Incorrect. It's not even that. First and foremost, it went from 40 yards away from a thing to spin the friggin' stop. Right? They moved it during the plague to 80 yards so that people weren't like actively sneezing on each other. What people are saying is that the plague's still here. 100,000 people a day are getting it in America. Why are we going back to this? And it's not like, how much money are they making off of making the radius of sneezes tighter? Like, what?
Can we get a mathematical formula?
Yeah, sneeze radius diameters. Yeah. Sneeze equals MC squared. Go ahead.
All right. So moving on to more Pokemon stuff. Trading cards are big business now. Blame the adult.
First and foremost, trading cards have been big, but like, how many, like, decades ago, Honus Wagner baseball cards were selling for millions of dollars. Like, the high-end Gem Mint 10 graded cards market has existed since at least the early 90s. So this is nothing new. The fact is, last year, when they were buying packs of Pokemon cards, knowing that for $4 they could make like $20 profit, that was back when economy was broken. And things were going nuts.
It's not like I speculate, and I talk about this with the guys at my local card shop as well. But like once lockdown hit, people had to take up a lot more indoor hobbies.
Well, yeah,
collecting and trading cards were one of those things, and Pokemon freaking exploded. I still have documented a collection that I decided to sell at the exact right time. It was the first 4 complete sets of Pokemon cards, like sets 1 through 4, all complete. You know, not a lot of Shadowless, not a lot of first editions, just standard run.
Yeah,
I made $3,500 off of
Jesus Christ. Well,
right?
And another thing, imagine friggin' last year when the lockdowns first hit, 2 games came out, Doom and Animal Crossing, and that was all anybody could fucking talk about. Their sales went through the roof. I'm sorry, Animal Crossing isn't the greatest best-selling game of all time unless there's an unnatural force of nature skewing the market. It's a good game and all, whatever, but...
Yeah, it's an okay game. It is a fantastic time waster.
Exactly. When you literally can't do anything. Well, for example, last year...
Might as well stay up till 3 in the morning hunting tarantulas.
You're not wrong, by the way. But moral of the story, last year, when I got COVID and my back was killing me where it was hard to walk sometimes for 6 fucking months, you know, sitting down playing cards or Animal Crossing didn't sound like too bad of an idea. So I see where they're coming from. But also, as far as the trading card market goes, I was listening the other day to some friggin' Magic the Gathering YouTube chat they were having, like, you know, wasting time while working, and like the market has crashed since this happened. Like people went in buying hands over fist all these boxes, thinking well, if they're worth 10 times the investment as soon as you crack the packs open, imagine what they'll be worth in 5 months. Not realizing that eventually economy's going to come back to life. Economy's going to start happening again.
That's a good thing to jump off to, because I'm talking with the guys at my local card shop. One of them,
your local shark. Go ahead.
So pissed off because I'm not joking. He gets like visits from 2 to 3 scalpers a day, and you can tell they're scalpers because they don't fucking know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're saying they walk in. It's like, so I was wondering how much I could get for a card or two. All right, what do you got? I've got a holographic Charizard. There's 17 of the fuckers.
I heard this was worth $500,000.
So he hears Hollow Charizard and he just like immediately starts scowling at the guy.
You know what?
Like, basically slaps the guy next to him to tell him to get out.
I think it was last night. I had this great plan in my head. I was planning out for when I inevitably win the lottery. What am I gonna do when I got more money than God and I have to like literally burn this shit, or else the IRS is gonna eat me alive? I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a goddamn Black Lotus card. You know what that is?
I am vaguely familiar with them.
It's
I've
like
seen one in the wild.
What? Like in a shop?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you see that shit on the sidewalk, you kill everyone in a 30-mile radius, and you take that for yourself. Because I was like, you know what? Last I heard, back in like 2001, those shits were worth like $7,000. I real quick did an eBay search. You can't get them for under $100,000. So
no, like I saw this is going back about 2.5 years now. But there was a card shop where I used to live. That had a Black Lotus that was in rough shape.
Yeah.
Like it was edge wear. There was a couple minor creases in it, and it was still worth $1,500.
Yeah, no, there was. I was like looking. It's like because when I do win a lottery, I want to get one for display purposes and one for play purposes. So I'm looking at damaged ones, and they got one where it's like jumbo size, so you can't play with it, right? Crumpled, ripped, still like $300 fucking. So I better hit the Powerball.
Yeah, but basically, long story short, adults were ruining Pokemon cards and a lot of other cards, and now it's starting to settle. It looks like, but they're still sort of. I witnessed a line at my local Target, and I almost had to jump in to help break up a fight.
Jesus Christ Almighty!
Because of these cards. Okay, and I'm starting to get angry because of it. So
now, I just want to say the premise of this article is flawed because adults have been ruining fucking kids' card games for at least 30 years. But go ahead.
No doubt there.
Honestly, okay. Well, before when I was in middle school, me and my buddies used to go down to the card shop and play Magic the Gathering, as a gang. Guess who walked in but a goddamn high school chemistry teacher, and it was the weirdest fucking thing in my life. It's like, you are too old to be here, sir. I am 12.
And then he pulls out a deck that he's been crafting with half of his teacher's salary, beats everyone first turn.
I want to say, he was a creepy guy, and as 12-year-old me beat him, he was about to. I thought he was either gonna explode or do like Columbine before Columbine was a thing. Like, this guy was pissed that he got beat by a fucking child.
He just failed you in class the next day.
Fair.
You're not better than me in Magic.
You might be better than me in Magic, but you're not better than me in chemistry. Motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, let's play chemistry cards.
Wow. Sodium.
All right, so next up, Bungie and Ubisoft are taking cheat makers to court. I like this.
How? What?
Now, okay, so, but this is because my selection of multiplayer games, which we were discussing last week, is overrun with the fuckers.
Have you seen our top 50 videos that are coming out?
Yes.
I've got 2 of them so far. Little
football, and the other one was
Halo. Yeah. I mean, really, really thoroughly enjoy that Halo one if you can. Guy. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Especially the especially the soundtrack. Moral of the story: this friggin' you got me. I was going with that. But this story,
Okay.
I'm just thinking, like, you go ahead, take it from here.
So it opens up by basically stating that various cheats can be acquired on a subscription basis. Like you pay 25 euros a week and you can get aimbots, you can see through walls, you can get active information readouts that are illegal to have in the game. And now like Epic was doing this before in Fortnite, and I was all for it. I think every single game maker who is starting to have a significant cheating problem, they need to drop a legal hammer on these asshats.
Now, here's the thing. Now, imagine you're sitting there 30 years ago. You got your Super Nintendo plugged in the TV, and you buy yourself a Game Genie. And all of a sudden, Mario's got infinity lives. He can walk through walls. He's controlling the friggin' third dimension or whatever the hell. Now,
here's the key difference. That's a single player.
Obvious. That is the difference, and that's the problem. And you know what? Honestly, like the fact that they wouldn't be doing this if there weren't loot boxes, is what I'm saying. If you didn't have to pay for everything you're doing, if there wasn't monetary incentives, they wouldn't care who's using the aimbots. They wouldn't care who's adjusting the leaderboards. It's because they stand to lose significant money that they're going to court.
It also isn't helped by the fact that the games being mentioned are like majorly gamer players, and when there's a rampant cheating problem, it makes the game look less viable for competition and all that free publicity that comes along with it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's such a niche thing, though. I mean, obviously, it's growing massively, and for go on.
Now, I was gonna say, like, going back to your example, when it comes to a single player versus multiplayer, there are games that are actually built around aspects that could be classified as cheats, but the fact that everyone has the same information and feed-outs and all that kind of stuff, that makes the game interesting. But if you're so I'm just going on a side tangent where if everyone were to have the same thing in a server and everyone was still having fun, that's all fine and dandy. But these guys are actively cheating for both monetary and...
Isn't that like the story behind Gary's mod? More or less?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay. It wasn't somebody edited a game and everyone just thought that particular fan edit was great?
Oh, very likely, yes.
Okay. Never mind.
Good talk.
Yeah.
All right. Now, moving on to the final one, and this one is very well known to anyone that's been following anything loosely around the gaming circle, is Activision.
And their infamous Bill Cosby suite.
Yeah. So
now,
I follow this stuff on a daily basis, and it is getting worse each and every day with either another resignation or another high-up executive putting their foot into their goddamn mouth.
Now, Activision Blizzard, it was a corporate history and pattern of just nonstop sexual harassment, sexual abuse of all their female employees, and as far as I can tell, the women were only hired to be sexually harassed because they wouldn't promote them, they wouldn't do anything. And meanwhile, they got the Bill Cosby room set up where they got a bunch of friggin' drinks laying around and a big picture of Bill Cosby. And I don't know if you heard this or not, but they kept saying they call it the Bill Cosby room because the wallpaper reminded them of Bill Cosby's sweater. And every picture of that room with Bill Cosby's picture are plain white walls. So obviously there was something else going on in this sexual harassy work environment.
Yeah, and I get, obviously the harassment absolutely sucks. The women, no one should have to work in that kind of environment.
Well, the stories they were telling were fucking ridiculous. Like, wasn't there one where it was like the cubicle crawl or some shit where they just went around on their hands and knees looking at people's skirts,
or
fucking demented 15-year-olds.
Yeah, coming to work hung over and just play video games while they foister off the actual work to their female colleagues. Oh, and the one, like, there was one lady who, ooh, this is going to be fun topic. One female employee offed herself after one of her male cohorts shared explicit pictures after they had briefly had relations.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, no, and these are the same assholes who are charging people up the ass for fucking all kinds of season passes and fucking people over with loot boxes. And, like, these are, like, the prime example of fucking up video games. So.
Yeah. Oh, no, like, I get no degree of schadenfreude seeing the upper executives just squirming, trying to make some way to make this sound good when there is no way to make this sound good.
I mean, frankly, like, resigning, getting fired, like, when you do this level of fucking weird shit, like, there needs to be jail time, frankly.
California is suing the company on behalf of these people. They've been launching a 2-year investigation.
No, like you know what? There's like the casual, like, inappropriate comments every once in a while, and then there's, like, actively looking up people's skirts while they're fucking working. Like, there's 2 different levels of sexual harassment. One is a resignation. The other one's going to fucking jail for fucking, like, molestation.
All right.
Speaking of duck news, are we at duck news?
No one said anything about duck news.
Oh, you don't remember when all the ducks were raping other ducks? I'm just thinking, like, duck. Oh God, I think we're dead. Done it again, y'all.
You died.
No, I was just thinking of all those duck orgies. Reminds me of active. Tell me, why is this duck so happy? What great duck news do we have?
Ducks on the decline.
Wow, nice! They're dying! Whoa! What in the name of God?
I'm dying.
You know how many coughs I got edited out of the goddamn top video games of all time list?
No,
horrible.
How many?
None so far.
The American black duck population on the Atlantic flyway is in decline. Years ago, these birds were one of the most abundant waterfowl species in the air. Like all waterfowl species, black ducks are an important recreational resource for hunters, and their management has led to the restoration of.
Can I ask you a question, Guy? Yeah. Why is everything with these ducks so racial? That's all, folks. Na 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 na. Ow. I just need my computer. We might not be streaming anymore.
Okay.
All right, back to business. Back to business. Oh, what the hell am I doing here?
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. African American duck survival. Go ahead. Nah, 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 nah. You know who's not laughing?
Me?
Southern Paladin. And his owl friend. And Jihad the Hedgehog. Do these words say anything, or is it just blurry, like, hieroglyphics?
I'm skimming over the article, but like, most of it is just coming down to this one researcher's personal story about wanting to study ducks, it looks like.
Wow. What a great story.
I agree.
Let's go!
Alright, so... that is not the right one.
What are you doing? What in the name of short bus anal polyp friggin' sex pedophile reptilian Republicans are we doing over here?
We are at the wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. What did we learn?
Guillotine learned that ducks are racists. Go ahead.
Did I learn that?
Yeah, the African American ducks. Don't tell me you're duck colorblind. That's a cop out, and you know it. Admit your own interracial biases, please.
Okay, well,
what did I learn? Yeah.
And Sleegmar learned that there is a new superhero on the block named Jim Justice.
Holy shit. Did I ever learn that? You know what? I'm going to marry Jim Justice one of these days. It's going to be great. And I'm going to have my own... well, he's a cardboard cutout because he's not a real person. So he's going to be just like a waifu pillow. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do, brother, when Jim Justice runs wild on you?
The right way, you could... I mean, if you fold him the right way, he becomes a nice Q-tip for sounding.
Wow. Fucking, I'm going to be so sexually harassed by Andrew Cuomo. It's not going to be funny. I mean, it'll be great, but not funny. And on that note, as Guillotine dies of plague, which is over, by the way, headline, plague is over. He's dying of it.
1 million dead.
Wow. Mark my words. February next year, we will be crossing the 1 million death mark. God bless America, land that I love. See you in hell, and fuck Alan Bell.